Many women will not want to hear this, but a lot of men are worried about getting married and ending up in a sexless marriage. And while I don't think any man has a problem with a slight mismatch in desire, what's crazy is that only 48% of married women want intimacy on a regular basis after 4 years of marriage. What we need to understand is that a large mismatch in values and expectations is a relationship problem, not a her problem, not a him problem, which means that both partners have to be willing to address the issue. If you guys want my thorough opinion on this issue, go check out my YouTube episode I just released today.
A marriage without sex is like a car without an engine. After many years of being with their partner, men can feel dejected if their intimate life has dwindled, but they shouldn't. That's another reason. Even the finest of us, and most of us, experience it. It doesn't necessarily mean there's an issue. It's a typical progression in committed relationships. It's also common to struggle to find a solution. According to an article in The New Yorker, sociologists who doubt the idea that loneliness is an increasing issue contend that a large portion of modern solitude is a contented state of affairs. According to this theory, the massive rise in single-person families in the United States over the past 50 years has been primarily fueled by wealth, and in particular, by women's increased economic independence. Regarding the physical intimacy data, a similarly upbeat tale of female advancement might be told. Rather than showing young people's unsettling turn away from intimacy, the results are evidence of women's increasing agency in intimate matters. The reduction in intimate activity frequency probably reflects women's increasing ability to say no, and men's increased consideration for them. Another study that was conducted at a leading U.S. university explored the area of online dating, as well as dating in the world after the coronavirus. It stated that with more and more men who are not experiencing intimacy, especially those who are categorized between the ages of 19 and 30, there is going to be a whole generation of men who will not treat women favorably. This will lead to numerous extremist ideologies, some of which we are currently seeing even today. These ideologies are further going to deepen the divide between the genders and the subgroups that have formed within these genders over the last decade. What happens now is only up to the men and women who are the real players in the dating game. If more guys can see this from a bigger perspective and pursue more women without hating on them, and if women understand where men are coming from and give them a chance, we might have a sense of normalcy in how the future of dating plays out. It's important to understand that women don't really respond to your overall profile in online dating. They'll respond if you tick all the boxes they have for the sort of guys they're seeking. For example, they'll swipe right if you're a certain height, or if you're dressed like you know how to, or if you show that you're well-read and well-traveled. Women only respond if you tick all the right boxes. Also, I can imagine that women who are obese, who don't know how to dress or just don't have interesting personalities, are in their mid to late 30s and probably swipe right on every man as well. They're at the bottom of the female intimacy marketplace. If they're still not successful, they then shift to other dating sites only reserved for digitally alienated people who have no chance of finding someone on other dating sites. Another important reason why men in their 30s are living lives without any intimacy is the declining levels of testosterone. According to studies, men's age-specific testosterone levels have been steadily declining for many years. According to researchers, the changes are alarming from an evolutionary perspective. It's normal for testosterone levels to decline as people age. The average drop is about 1% per year after age 30. A large portion of the population experiences increased weights on the bathroom scale at the same time that testosterone levels are declining. That isn't just a coincidence either. Your body experiences more stress as a result of being overweight and having a high body mass index measurement, which appears to impact testosterone production and its natural distribution process. Your testosterone levels may increase if you lift weights. Activities like high-intensity interval exercise and strength training have been shown to increase testosterone levels right away. According to tests done on males before and after exercise, testosterone levels rise as a result of physical activity. Hence, you won't experience the bump if you don't exercise frequently. Although endurance sports like long-distance running and cycling have been demonstrated to lower testosterone levels, cardio exercises don't provide the same boost. So, these are just a few of the factors that, according to academic research, have contributed to a drop in men's intimacy in marriages throughout time. The absence of a connection between men and women, as well as movements like men going their way, which essentially promotes men to conduct their lives without women, are two of the most significant reasons why this is occurring. Additionally, feminist awakened women share this broad view that they do not require a guy in order to fulfill their lives. According to a study, women no longer feel as much of a need to be with males as they once did as they become more financially independent. Therefore, the reduction in men's intimate behavior comes as no surprise. In addition, I am convinced that when new groups and ideas emerge, things will only become worse and the gender gap will widen over time. But overall, if there's one thing that women need to do to have better and healthier marriages, it's to not hold back on intimacy without any legitimate reasons, because intimacy is a primary part of the commitment they have with their partners, and the same rule applies to them. We are all aware that marriages typically lose their allure and worth with time. Men have grown weary of women as more and more of them reveal their true natures, and how they trick them into marriages so they may live off of their resources, while they monkey branch from one male to the next. However, the fundamental reason marriages are becoming less intimate is that women no longer want to be women. There, I did say it. Based on falsehoods spread by the awakened feminist ideology, women seek to adopt the gender role of males and want to behave masculinely to seize the leadership. Many causes, according to experts who research American intimate practices, are to blame for the Great American Love Drought. One of them is age. According to the report, the population aged 60 and over increased from 18% in 1996 to 26% in 2018. The percentage of people who say they have never had intercourse has constantly been about 50%, and because that age group is getting older in comparison to everyone else, it has the overall impact of making it less likely for people to have intimate activity. One of the main reasons why there are more marriages without intimacy today is that men's careers and responsibilities are frequently all-consuming in midlife. If their romantic life needs to be revived, it frequently involves a struggle against an ongoing effort to uphold their status and way of life. The absence of a satisfying intimate relationship weighs heavily since, in the end, it is what gives our lives purpose. If people were asked about their greatest regrets at the end of their lives, they were invariable. I wish I had spent more time with my family, my husband. I wish I paid more attention to human connection. The negative aspect of this worry is frequently that these men aren't paying attention to it. They are thinking about what it implies for their marriage, while fantasizing about other women or viewing explicit videos online. Serious relationships such as marriages are actual commitments that are to be honored, and that's something that most women need to understand. If you are in a married or committed relationship with a man, you should not be withholding intimacy from him for no reason. It's okay if a woman just had a baby or is going through postpartum, or she might have some serious problems going on with her man. Those are legitimate reasons. If the roles were reversed, and if the man did something like that, women would raise hell. They would come out on the streets to protest. They would call the lawyer and bring the might of the justice system to teach that guy a lesson. And there's another thing that comes to mind if a woman is not giving it to her own man. Who's she giving it to instead? Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Support us and help us spread support for men around the world. Do comment and share your thoughts. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.